Hello, I'm Jack. What I'm about to share with you is more than just a recount of events. It's a journey through one of the most profound and life-altering experiences I've ever faced. The California fires of 2025 weren't just a headline in the news. They were a reality that shook the very foundation of my life and community. This story is a deep dive into the heart of those fires, the resilience they demanded, and the renewal they necessitated. As dawn broke on that fateful day, there was no sign of the chaos that was about to unfold. The morning was unusually warm and dry, typical of a California summer, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary. However, by noon, the situation had taken a dramatic turn. The sky had darkened to a deep, ominous orange, an unsettling wind began to whip through the streets, and the air became heavy with an impending sense of doom. Alerts started flooding in. Wildfires, spurred by severe drought and wind conditions, were sweeping across the state at an alarming speed. The escalation of the fires was terrifyingly rapid. Within hours, evacuation orders echoed through our community, but the advancing flames were already too close. My family and I hurriedly packed whatever essentials we could think of, important documents, cherished family photos, and a few irreplaceable keepsakes. As we frantically loaded our car, the air around us thickened with smoke, stinging our eyes and clogging our throats. Daylight was smothered by the dense smoke, casting an eerie, unnatural darkness at midday. The roads were congested with a mass exodus of residents trying to flee the advancing flames. The atmosphere was charged with tension, fear was palpable as children cried and adults whispered prayers. The heat from the nearby flames could be felt even inside the car as we joined the slow-moving line of vehicles trying to escape. The roar of the fire became a constant, terrifying background noise, a soundtrack to our desperate flight. As we drove, the reality of our situation sank in, the roads jammed with cars, the faces of other drivers reflecting our own fear and disbelief. We finally reached a designated safety zone, a local high school converted into a temporary shelter. It was overcrowded, with hundreds of displaced individuals and families. There, amidst the chaos, wrapped in blankets and sitting on gym mats, people shared not just their fears but also stories of narrow escapes and homes lost to the flames. It was a scene of profound human connection, heart-wrenching yet deeply unifying, as we all faced our vulnerabilities together. Reaching the emergency shelter did provide a small measure of relief amidst the chaos, yet it also presented a new set of challenges. The space, typically alive with the sounds of gatherings and celebrations, was now a solemn refuge for those displaced by the fires. It was filled to capacity, overflowing with individuals and families, all marked by the shock and fear of sudden loss. People from all walks of life, who under normal circumstances might never have met, found themselves thrown together, bound by a common plight. In this cramped space, we shared not only food and water but also stories and comforting words, a silent, unspoken understanding of each other's loss. Despite the palpable despair and the anxiety that hung thick in the air like the smoke outside, there emerged a remarkable unity, a deep sense of solidarity that forged new bonds among strangers. This unexpected camaraderie became a source of strength, helping us to bear the weight of what we had escaped and the uncertainties that lay ahead. We leaned on each other, drawing comfort from the shared experience, and from knowing that in our darkest hour, we were not alone. Returning home was another ordeal entirely, a poignant journey through a landscape forever altered by the ferocity of nature. The road back was strewn with debris, echoes of the destruction that had swept through our town. Where once there had been lush, vibrant canopies of green, now there lay only barren, blackened earth, a stark, visual testament to the fire's relentless power. Our home, miraculously spared the fate of total destruction, stood defiantly amid the devastation. Yet, it was not untouched. The garden where we had spent countless family afternoons was destroyed, and the walls were blackened by smoke. It served as a grim reminder of the fire's ferocity and the thin line between survival and loss. In the aftermath of the fire, the spirit of our community, though severely tested, remained unbroken. We came together, a collective force united by a shared desire to reclaim and rebuild what had been lost. Together, we pooled our resources and shared our labor, our energies focused on the monumental task of rebuilding. We organized fundraising events, collaborating with local authorities and planning sessions that transformed our collective grief into constructive action. It was during these days of rebuilding that I truly saw the strength of our community. Not merely in the physical reconstruction of structures but in the emotional support we freely offered one another. Our town was knitting itself back together, strengthened by shared hardships and a renewed sense of purpose. Recovery was a slow and painstaking process, one that involved not just the physical restoration of our town but a deeper, more personal healing of our spirits. We planted new trees where ashes had lain, painted homes in vibrant colors, and gradually, life began to pulse through the town again. Workshops on fire safety and sustainable living became a staple in our community, as we learned from the ordeal to better prepare for any future challenges. This period of recovery taught us the true meaning of patience and resilience, emphasizing the critical importance of environmental stewardship. Each new tree planted and each wall repainted symbolized our commitment to not only rebuild, but also improve, ensuring that our renewed town would stand as a beacon of resilience and a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Looking back on those tumultuous days, my emotions are mixed with awe and reverence for the raw power of nature, a force so mighty and relentless. At the same time, my heart swells with an even greater admiration for the incredible capacity of humans to overcome adversity. This story, the one I've shared with you today, serves as a profound testament not just to the trials we faced but more importantly, to the resilience that is deeply woven into the fabric of our community. This resilience, this incredible ability to not just endure but to rise above and rebuild, has shown me the true strength of human character. It was in the midst of those flames and smoke that we, as a community, were tested in ways we never could have imagined. Yet, it was there, too, in the ashes of what was once our everyday lives, that we found new grounds for hope and regeneration. Each step we took towards recovery was a step towards unity. Each effort to clear the debris, to support a neighbor, to share a meal, or to offer a comforting word, became the building blocks of a renewed community spirit. Our experiences, as harrowing as they were, bound us together in an unspoken pact of mutual support and understanding. The fires took much from us, homes, possessions, a sense of security, but they also gave us a rare opportunity to see the strength of our bonds, to appreciate the quick actions of those who fought to control the blazes, and to be thankful for the help that poured in from all corners. We learned that our collective will was far stronger than the flames we faced. We learned that together, we could rebuild and restore, not just buildings, but the heart and soul of our community. As I reflect on these events, I am filled with gratitude for the resilience that was revealed to us. Our journey through the fire has been a transformative one, reshaping our lives and our community in ways we had never anticipated. It taught us about the importance of preparation, the value of community, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. This story, my story, is one of many. It is a narrative shared by each person who stood by my side. By every child who learned too early the power of nature, by every elder who offered wisdom when it was needed most. It is a story of loss and recovery, of despair and hope, of destruction and rebuilding. Above all, it is a story that underscores an enduring truth. Together, we are stronger, capable of overcoming even the greatest of challenges.